You trying to frighten me with magic tricks? You want me? Here I am, you afraid of a little girl?
I think there's a real, fairly radical change in Daenerys that happens over the course of the last couple episodes this season, which is, for most of the season, she's been looking for help from others, you know, and asking for help. And by the end of the season, she realizes that she has to do it herself. She's got to help herself, and that she can't ask others to give her power. She's got to take it. And that she can't rely on anyone else, really. You know, Daenerys Targaryen is not in a position where she can inherit the Iron Throne. The only way she's going to take the Iron Throne and take back the Seven Kingdoms is to conquer them. And she's starting to learn what that means. I don't think she really knew before, even when she was asking Khal Drogo to conquer them for her, I don't think she really knew what that meant. And she's starting to, and it's going to mean warfare, it's going to mean slaughter, it's going to mean a lot of people dying, because that's, you know, the only way to conquer anything is through destruction. And I think by the end of the second season, you're seeing her really start to come into her own as the mother of dragons and the last of the Targaryens.
Thank you, Xaro Xhoan Doxos. Thank you for teaching me this lesson.
Please, I beg you, please! Please!
Khaleesi!
Where am I?
These are your new chambers. A little cramped, perhaps, but you don't need much room, do you? You are no longer a hand of the king.
Certainly, there were those out there who saw what Tyrion did, but many more did not, you know, and went from being the, you know, acting as the hand of the king to lying in a bloody bed in a small, dank chamber somewhere in the bowels of the Red Keep. You know, his position has plummeted greatly in the time that he was unconscious. And, you know, to make matters worse, he's being tended to by a man who he threw into a dungeon cell not that long ago, and things have gotten pretty bad pretty quickly for Tyrion. And so unjustly, because of course, you know, if it weren't for Tyrion, the city would have fallen. I mean, he really saved the day, and not only was he not rewarded for that, he was punished for that.
There are many who know that without you, this city faced certain defeat. The king won't give you any honors, the histories won't mention you, but we will not forget.
Look into the fire, my king. Look. Do you see my king?
It's a fantasy show, and these are elements of this world that are not elements of our world. I think the characters in the show react to them in ways that are very realistic, and they're ways that are very similar to the ways we would react if all of a sudden magic were to happen in our world and become a feature of our world. I mean, the magic almost always tends to come from the boundaries. The magic comes from the east, the Far East, where Melisandre is from, and where Daenerys has her dragons. The magic comes from the north, where the White Walkers are massing an undead army, but it's closing in on the center, but the people in the center don't know it yet, and we're ahead of many of the characters in the story on that front. And of course, the stuff in the north with the White Walkers, that's in a way, the ultimate threat that everybody faces, whether or not any of them are willing to admit it yet. And we just couldn't think of any better way to end the season than that. And it's going to make very, very clear to people exactly what the people of Westeros, all the people of Westeros, are facing once the winter comes.